Think about this for a second. If you go to Google and you type graphics card for trading, you're going to get slapped with two opposite answers, and both of them are dead wrong. Answer number one that you're going to get is, you don't need a graphics card at all. Integrated graphics are fine. And the second answer you get is, buy the biggest, baddest NVIDIA RTX that you can afford. Now, one of those answers leaves you with laggy and stuttering charts, and the other one lightens your wallet by a couple $1,000 for horsepower you will literally never touch. The truth sits right in the middle, and getting it wrong costs you either way. So let me settle this once and for all. Yes, you need a graphics card for trading, but you do not need the gaming monster the internet keeps shoving in your face. For most traders, that's something like an NVIDIA RTX 5060. It has enough outputs and VRAM to drive 4 charting monitors absolutely no problem. And I want you to keep listening because there's one thing changing fast in the trading space that can flip the whole GPU conversation on its head. I'm going to get to it, and it matters more than you think. So stick around, I'll show you exactly where that line is. Now, here's a mistake that almost everybody makes. They think trading is like gaming. It is not. It is not even close. When a gamer fires up a game, that graphics card is doing brutal, nonstop math. It's rendering an entire 3D world filled with lighting and shadows and textures and physics and 240 frames every single second. It's an absolute meat grinder of computation. And that's why gamers chase these giant cards. Trading draws charts and pushes them to your screen. It draws candles, lines, a dome, other windows. Your graphics card is barely breaking a sweat on all that actual math. And all that raw gaming firepower does very little for you as a trader. Think of it like this. A gaming GPU is a race car engine built to scream around the track at 200 miles an hour. But you're not racing. You're delivering packages. You don't need a race car engine to deliver packages. You need a reliable van with room for a whole lot of boxes. So the question is, what does a graphics card actually do for a trader? And this is the part nobody explains. Its real job is pushing pixels to all your screens. Driving your monitors, 4, 6, 8 screens full of live charts is an absolutely enormous number of pixels to move. Getting all those pixels to all those screens without stutter and without delay. And that's exactly where integrated graphics fall apart. Integrated graphics is that little graphics chip baked onto your processor. It's not a discrete card. It's fine if you have one little monitor, maybe 2, but stack 4, 6, or 8 high-resolution screens of live moving charts, and that little built-in chip, it chokes. It can't handle all those screens. You get laggy redraws, you get stutter, you get tearing where your chart looks like it's ripping in half when price moves fast. And when does that show up? Not on a quiet Tuesday afternoon. It shows up at 9:32 in the morning, right when the market gap's open, and you've got 3 trading platforms open and the price is ripping. The exact moment you can't afford the screens to hesitate. That's the moment you realize you needed a dedicated graphics card, a separate card with its own separate memory whose entire job is driving your monitors. So now you're thinking, okay, Eddie, I got it. I'll just go grab the biggest one they've got. No, stop right there. This is where I watch traders force thousands of dollars for absolutely nothing, and it kills me every time. Let me tell you what's going on out there right now. The whole internet is losing its mind over these massive gaming cards. There's this guy on YouTube with 5.5 million views on a video literally titled, Why I Stopped Using My RTX 5090. 5.5 million views. And in the video, he admits the thing crashed on almost every game. And then when he finally got it stable, he was running 200 fewer frames than his cheaper card. 200 fewer frames on a flagship monster. And here's my whole point. That's the gaming world tearing its hair out over frames per second. A number that means absolutely nothing to you as a trader. You're not chasing frame rates, you're drawing charts. The classic overspend I see is the NVIDIA RTX 4090. It's a beast. It's built for gaming and AI workloads. It runs hot, it guzzles power, and it costs an absolute fortune. And for trading, it does nothing extra. Zero. Your charts don't load 1 millisecond faster on a 4090 than they do on a card that costs a quarter of the price. You're parking a Formula One car in your driveway just to run to the grocery store. Do not buy an NVIDIA RTX 4090 or an NVIDIA RTX 5090 to trade. It's a perfect example of what not to do. The sweet spot for a trader is an NVIDIA RTX 5060 or an NVIDIA RTX 5070. Enough video memory, enough outputs to drive a wall of high-resolution monitors, and headroom to spare, and none of the gaming tax. That's the trader's card. It quietly does one job, pushing your pixels, and it doesn't cook itself doing it. Now, remember that thing I told you was changing fast? Here it is. And it's the one reason I don't tell traders to buy the absolute bottom rung card and call it a day. AI, and I know we're tired of hearing about it, but the truth is AI is quietly working its way into trading platforms you already use. These platforms, NinjaTrader, TradeStation, Thinkorswim, Webull, TradingView, gradually are all rolling out AI-driven scanners, pattern recognition, natural language chart analysis, tools that surface setups in real time. And here's the part that matters for this conversation. A lot of that AI work runs on the graphics card, not the processor, the GPU. So the question now becomes, will my graphics card have any headroom left when the platform starts leaning on it for AI? A card with zero margin today gets left behind the second that your platform pushes an update and expects a little GPU muscle. Now, does that mean run out and buy an NVIDIA RTX 5090? Absolutely not. We already settled that. You don't need a gaming monster. But this is exactly why I recommend an NVIDIA RTX 5060 or 5070. It's a smart buy instead of the cheapest chip on the shelf. Now, real quick, this question lands in my inbox just about every week, so I put together a free resource to answer it once and for all. It's called The Complete Guide to Trading Computers, and it lays out exactly what graphics card you need for how many monitors you want to run, so you never overpay for a video card you won't use and you won't underbuy and choke your trading. I want you to grab it right now by clicking the link in the description or clicking on the QR code you see on your screen. Go grab it. You definitely want to check it out. This is a brand new version and it's awesome. All right, now here's a trap that gets even the sharpest traders. And I'll be honest, this one drives me up a wall. Let's say you did everything right. You bought a machine with a properly dedicated graphics card. Then you go plug in your monitors and you wind up plugging them into the ports on the motherboard instead of the graphics card outputs itself. The ones up above in a separate cluster, those are the motherboard ports. The ones down below, those are the ones of the graphics card itself. Plug into the wrong ones, and here's what happens. Your beautiful dedicated card sits there completely idle. It does nothing. You don't even have it plugged in. Meanwhile, your weak integrated graphics on your processor is doing all the heavy lifting, driving all your screens and choking exactly like we just talked about. You paid for a powerful part, and it's just sitting there inside your case collecting dust while the weak chip does the graphics work. Like buying a backup generator for a blackout and then never actually plugging anything into it. And I'm telling you, this happens all the time. Traders call me confused because their charts still stutter after they upgraded. The card's fine. It was never even turned on. Okay, so let me land this plane. You need a graphics card for trading, but you need the right one. You need enough power to run all your screens smoothly, and you need enough AI headroom to keep up with the platforms as they evolve. Not a gaming beast you'll never stress. You want something sized right, configured right, and plugged into the right ports. And here's the honest truth about doing this yourself. Sizing the GPU to your specific monitor count, then configuring it with the right power supply, and connecting it correctly to all your monitors is challenging. It takes a level of expertise. That's the whole reason a machine actually built for trading matters. A retail computer off the shelf from Best Buy does one of two dumb things. It chokes along with integrated graphics only, or it overspends on a gaming card you just don't need to pad the price tag. So before you spend a single dime on anything, do me a favor, run my CPU benchmark test. It'll show you exactly where your whole machine stands for trading today. Not just a graphics card, the whole engine. There's a link to the CPU benchmark test in the description. Go ahead and click it when the video is done. Run that test. It's built exactly for traders. And if you want it done for you, this is all we do at Easy Trading Computers. Check out our store by clicking the link in the description below. Stop guessing. Stop overpaying. Stop letting a powerful card sit idle while your charts stutter at the open. And listen, if this cleared up the graphics card question for you, slam the subscribe button before you go. Here's what you get out of it. I keep cutting through the noise on exactly this stuff so you never overpay or underbuy on your trading rig ever again. And there's a lot more coming as AI reshapes what these machines need to do for trading. And if you want to see the ultimate computer built for day trading, this is the video that you want to watch next. My name is Eddie Z. Thanks for watching. May the trend be with you.